Hello, my fellow healers. My name is Adina, and I'm that healing girl. And in this pick a card reading, we're going to be discussing the energies of Mercury in retrograde that's going to be happening starting on November 25th all the way until December 15th. It's going to be activated in this Sagittarius season. It's going to be activated in the sign of Sagittarius. So, honestly, this is going to mean that, there might be some communication mix-ups around like traveling, especially around the holidays. There might be a tendency for people to actually blurt out or say things with brutal honesty. And it might not always, play out the way that they expect it to be. There might be some apologies and needing to mend fences post retrograde period, but sometimes things have to come out in order for healing to occur. So I definitely feel like and this is just not only in everyday life, but I feel like on the political arena too, we might see like some people admit to things or say things they didn't mean to say, or maybe blurt out things that are their real feelings, and then they try to walk it back later. Whether or not they can do that or not, of course, is going to kind of depend on a number of circumstances, and also what the universe wants out there at the time. So anyway, with that being said, Mercury retro in Sagittarius, be prepared for it. If you have to travel, definitely try and cross all your T's and dot all your I's. Double check all of your information. Make sure you have everything in a row, all your cards, the passports, whatever you need. Make sure you have it all double checked and your toothbrush packed, all those things. I don't know why I feel like I have to say this, but something is telling me that I need to. For whoever is supposed to hear this. Like if you're going on a trip, please double and triple and maybe quadruple check to make sure you have everything, especially credit cards, passports, and things that you need to pay for and get through checkpoints. Okay, now that I've said that, this is also a great time to stay close to home and do Friendsgivings. This is also a great time to stay close to people that are supportive of you in the way that you look at the world, and to think twice before you say something that you might regret later. So, that being said, without further ado, let's start this reading. So this is pile number 1 with this blue tiger's eye. Pile number 2 with this smoky quartz crystal, and pile number 3 with this lovely labradorite crystal. So, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, pile number 1 with this tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye, which is great for opening up the throat chakra. And also because of tiger's eye, it's that great protective energy and the energy of being assertive, standing your ground, sort of really building self-confidence. And I think a lot of the self-confidence is going to come through self-expression, right? Again, this is a Mercury retrograde reading, so some things might need to be said, even if it comes out a little bit rough. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Ace of Cups in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, lots of reversals. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. 3 of Wands. I'm going to move this to the side. In reverse. 4 of Wands in reverse. This crowd, I think, is going to experience Mercury retrograde in a big way. Like they're going to definitely feel it. It's going to affect all areas of your life. It's going to affect your money. It's going to kind of affect your drive. And it's going to affect relationship. So I feel like some of you, a new relationship or person might come back into your life during Mercury retrograde, and you're going to have to decide whether or not this is healthy for you. I'm getting that a good chance that it may or may not be. it's more so on the it might not be healthy, I should say, for you. But this might be something you need to experience. It might be something karmic that's happening. Maybe you need to learn about this person once and for all. Yeah, I'm getting that. And I'm getting vibes this is going to happen sometime during like the holiday period, Thanksgiving. A lot of you are going to be off work. So with this in mind, some of you might be off work, but you're still trying to put in all this extra effort outside of the office. And I'm getting from here with this Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is definitely about building skills and working towards a goal, usually financial. But I think that the Mercury retrograde is telling you to stick a pin in that, to rest, like your accolades, like you want accolades, you want all of these things. And with the Four of Wands in reverse, I think it's really letting you know that even though you want all these things right now is not the best time. You're going to run into a lot of delays if you try and force the issue. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. And yeah, especially with this Ace of Pentacles. And I'm getting for some of you, this might be like a project that you're trying to get off the ground at your work. And you're trying to take like advantage of the off time, sort of this like lame duck season where everybody's like at home to like, make your, strike while the iron's hot. I think this is better. A use of your time would be planning how you're going to do that and then implementing these changes on after the 15th. Like sometime before Christmas and before the end of the new year, but not before Thanksgiving. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. Especially with this, Four of Wands in reverse. I think a lot of you probably work a little bit too hard, to be honest. Like you're the workaholics of the group. You don't know how to slow down, calm down, and chill out, to be quite blunt. Yeah. And a lot of times a lot of you want this huge sort of like recognition, but know that a lot of the recognition that you do get, if you do this right now, it'll be a lot quieter than the recognition you would get if you waited to implement this until after Mercury retrograde. So what you guys are kind of focusing on is both love and career. And right now, this relationship that's coming through, I'm getting to like, don't put all your eggs in one basket and don't like go all in, even though you might feel tempted to, especially if you might feel like this is the one. There's no harm in holding off for the moment and just kind of reassessing things after the 15th to see if you were looking at things with rose-colored glasses, to sort of like look at all your options, look at what this person has to offer, and see if it matches up with what you want in your life going forward. That's the vibe that I'm getting from that. Yeah. And with this, I'm getting a definite use this time for this work project that you're doing. Use this time to shore up any weaknesses in the plan, to plan for any contingencies, to see if who's working on it is the right people for it, or if you could shore that up or give them support. Like, use this time for planning and also to get some much needed rest and relaxation, because it's something that you don't do very often. Pile number 1. Let's see what our oracle cards say. My moods are indicators of my emotional set points. says, when you continue to focus on any thought, it becomes increasingly easy to continue focusing on it because the law of attraction is making more thoughts like it available to you. And so emotionally speaking, you are developing a mood, or you are achieving a habitual vibrational groove, so to speak, or a set point. So I'm getting with this is some of you, you're creating a vibrational pattern that may or may not benefit you in the long run, because you're looking at things from this sort of no pain, no gain, go, 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 drive, 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 hit it while it's hard, hit it while it's like hot, like strike the iron while it's hot. That's what I'm getting. And that's not necessarily serving you. It's actually pushing a lot of people away, because it seems like you just kind of, it's like they feel like it's your way or the highway. You're just so intense. They don't know what to do with this energy. So take a chill pill. Also delegate some of the things to other people on the team. That's what I'm getting from this project. And to relax. And when you relax, you allow the other people that are working on the project to relax over the holiday as well. That's the thing I'm getting. Oh, yeah. See, this is the other part of the sort of vibrational set point that you might be creating right now. You might be sort of trying to keep up with the Joneses, and that might be look at what's driving your need to succeed. Are you trying to succeed simply because this is like your goal, you have a project, you're passionate about it, or are you trying to succeed because you want to like have that latest new car, you want to like have that latest new bag? Not necessarily there's anything wrong with that, but examine your options around it. Are you doing it to like compare to other people, or are you doing it because you truly like derive joy from these things, right? It says keep your eyes trained on yourself, focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Also, some of you might be competitive with somebody else at work in an unhealthy way. And yeah, and that also might be one of the reasons why you're driving yourself to this workaholic vibe. Pile number 1. Sorry if I'm being super blunt, but this is Mercury and Sagittarius, so I am really trying to temper my own self. Let's see, and this is from the Essential Oil Oracle. Passion. I am scared is a trigger statement. True statement. When I am vulnerable, I'm at my strongest. Reconnect with your feminine energy and pursue something that ignites your fire. Open the gates of your fortress and explore. I'm getting this to be that for some of you, what you're working on, or maybe even the job that you're at right now, is not really where you're at. You're only there because it's what people expect of you. And if you're doing a lot of this, what's driving you is sort of these outside like factors. It's not really coming from your soul. So it's saying reconnect with yourself and reconnect with the feminine energy and the yin energy, which is the energy of sort of like pulling back, observing, right? Relaxing. And Mercury retrograde is the perfect time like to relax into that like divine feminine energy, right? Which is more about receiving, being receptive. You're pulling back, right? You're pulling back your energy, whereas the solar energy versus the lunar energy is all about going and being and doing, and the lunar energy is about intuiting and resting and being vulnerable and sort of holding space for feelings, emotions, things, and people. And I think you're being told to do that for a while during Mercury retrograde. And in that space, you can truly plan for this project. If it needs to get done, you can truly plan around it and then put it to the side and come back to it. You know, your plan will be fully realized. It just won't be activated yet. And then you can come back after Mercury retrograde, double check everything, make sure it's still good, and then you can launch those things. But as you're doing all of these things, ask yourself, why am I doing these things? what is my why? And I think reconnecting with yourself and reconnecting with that, the feminine energy of yin versus the masculine yang energy will help to balance you out, because everything is on the spectrum. So you're taking one energetic aspect and you're sort of pouring a little bit more of the other energetic aspect so that you remain balanced. Yeah, that's what I'm really getting for you. Balance is going to be really important. Rest and more of recognizance and planning versus acting. Pile number 1. That's what I have for you. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. Again, like I said, please like and subscribe. Comment below if you'd like. You can make a Mercury retrograde emoji or any kind of Mercury emoji, or just a blue emoji for the or a yellow emoji if you want for the sort of mental energy of Mercury, heart emoji. And I will see you on the other side. Okay, pile number 2 with this smoky quartz. Let's see what we have for you. We know that smoky quartz is a crystal not only of transmuting negative energy, but of grounding as well and connecting to earth energy. Let's see what happens. I do know that this one had a lot of cards. So let's see. 4 of Pentacles. You are building. Let's see. Page of Wands in reverse. 10 of Cups. Queen of Cups in reverse. Justice in reverse. I'm going to put this to the side. 7 of Wands in reverse. With this with this Cups energy, with this Queen of Cups energy, you are working towards, I would say, having a greater grasp of your emotions. Oh my God, Mercury retrograde is coming through for you. Some of you, I'm already getting this vibe, definitely need to be concerned about the aspect of Mercury retro where you are maybe in, I don't know, talking to somebody or something and you sort of put your foot in your mouth. I'm already getting that vibe because as I try to talk about this, I'm already getting tongue-tied, twisted. And yeah, so I just want to let you know that that is a thing. Back to the regularly scheduled program. With this, you are trying to build a happy family and a happy life. With this Queen of Cups in reverse, I'm definitely seeing the fact that this is a time to sort of keep your plans close to the vest. If you are, some of you might be having trouble with a long-term, like, romantic relationship, and you might be like wondering, do I want to stay or not? If this is the case, this is not the time to make the decision, or not the time to make the final decision. I feel like for some of you, there's definitely a financial component to this. Like, you definitely, I feel like this is a long-standing relationship, right? Like, it's not just something that this is not a fling we're talking about or anything like that. This is a long-standing relationship, a marriage, a partnership. And what I'm getting from this is, like, don't jump the gun. Make sure you've sort of done everything you can. And then, again, I'm saying make sure you've done everything you can, but that is provided that this is not an abusive space or anything like that. So I always want to make that as a qualifier. But if this is a relationship where you're just going through some problems, there's no like, issues like abuse or anything like that, then maybe couples therapy might be a route that you can try. Like, in other words, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. That's what I'm getting. And beyond that, there might be like financial concerns that you haven't necessarily considered. Yeah. Especially with this Justice card in reverse, you might be sort of in a relationship where it's having some problems, but if you leave, there could be financial consequences with this Justice in reverse and with this Four of Pentacles, and it might not be. And with this Seven of Pentacles in reverse, or sorry, Seven of Wands, sorry, not Pentacles. See, I'm getting caught up again with the Seven of Wands in reverse. You might have, if you do take up sort of this battle, I feel like it would definitely be kind of a legal battle, right? If you were going to divorce, you might not be in the greatest position to defend yourself. And right now, you're not sure which way to go anyway. Like, you're like, should I stay in this relationship? Should I leave this relationship? Yeah. And with this in mind, I feel like, yeah, I feel like the other thing about this is within this relationship, I feel like this partner might be like holding some things back from you, or like maybe even misleading, gaslighting. Yeah, this is not the time to do this. So my advice, and of course, take whatever resonates with you, leave the rest behind. But I should not say my advice. I should say what I'm seeing here is a need for caution, a need for you to look at paperwork, check your bank accounts, see who gets what, who's in line to get what. Have you signed a prenup? Like, what would you, like, if you do want to, you've already decided, hey, I want to leave, this is not even this discussion. Look at how leaving can affect you. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying definitely use this time of Mercury retrograde to review all of your options and see what steps you can take to put yourself in a better position in order to sort of defend your resources. And that's what I'm getting. That might even mean with this Justice upside down, you might have to meet with an attorney or at least talk to somebody. I'm getting to keep it close to the vest, though. Like, we're not saying be dishonest, but don't say anything about it right now until you've made a final decision. And I think that there's so many variables that are going to happen that Mercury retrograde is not the time for that. And it's a time for you. I mean, if that feels very hard, definitely like try to exercise some patience, go into meditation, focus on the things that are going right in your life right now and the things that you are building. Because with all of these things in reverse, it's definitely, I don't think, the time for you to act. Yeah. For some of you, I definitely think that that you guys might be preparing for a divorce or a breakup. But caution is needed. And with this Ten of Cups, there is still a possibility for a happy outcome, a positive outcome, whether that's, the relationship stays together and you get counseling and you don't even need to do all this, or whether you find a better way to navigate the process so that both people's financial resources are honored, and that one is not a loser and one a winner. So this card, what if Source were standing in my physical shoes? It is not your job to make something happen. Your work is simply to determine what you want. If we were standing in your physical shoes, meaning Source or the universe, our attention would be upon bringing ourselves into alignment with the desires and preferences we have lodged. We would consciously feel our way into alignment. I think this card is saying, we know what you want already. Some of you have already made up your mind. But what you need to do is use your intuition and use this time to exercise your intuition and figure out what are the best courses of action to get you from point A to point B, from where you are now to where you want to be. Whether that is to try and fix or work on the relationship, or whether that is to break it up and sort of, go your separate ways, but make sure that you've done sort of the groundwork to put yourself in the best position you can. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature, replenishing yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. I think that is also a key for you while you are in this sort of holding period and you're sort of planning, what am I going to do now in this Mercury retrograde period? A way to de-stress yourself and a way to sort of get out of this frantic, I got to do something now, I'm impatient energy, is probably going to be for you to go out in nature and sort of surrender. I'm getting like the beach, a walk in the forest. And these are solitary things that you can do alone to sort of gather your thoughts and your resources and your energy, because for some of you, this will be like a big battle ahead. I think some of you are also afraid that if you wait too long, you might not be able to get a no-fault divorce. That came up, and that might also be a very real, valid reason. But again, during this retro time, this is not a time right now in this world to make rash decisions. This is a time to plan, and then you can make these decisive actions and moves. Let's see. Motivation. I don't know where to start. Yes, some of you are overwhelmed. That's the trigger statement. Encouraging. I take action now. You will find clarity and the ability to create now. This is your time to make things happen. I think the action, though, should be planning. Yeah. Not necessarily staying where you are, not doing anything, but planning what you want your next steps to be. And then after retro, you can start, putting those things in action. If that means, conversing with your partner and telling them, hey, look, this is what I've decided, and these are the steps, and I've set this up. And again, make sure that you yourself are also fair, because the universe, if you're fair, the universe will bring you back more fairness. Make sure that you are also being fair in your dealings with your partner, even if this relationship is not built to last. So that is my reading for you, pile number 2. Again, with this smoky quartz, make sure you stay grounded. And again, I'm getting this earth energy. Some of you might want to put your feet in the earth and do grounding. Yeah, I'm getting like concrete things, making lists, finding out where all of your resources are and what you would need to do going forward if you do decide to separate from this relationship, pile number 2. Yeah, and this grounding. Look at that, feet on the ground. Yeah. Yeah, so look into grounding, pile number 2. That also might be helping you get through this tough time as well. That's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Again, please like, subscribe, and comment below. If you don't have anything to say, please just comment with an emoji. You can either use a yellow heart emoji for sort of the mental scape of Mercury retrograde, or any kind of Mercury retro emoji. And yeah, I will see you in the next one, pile number 2. Have a awesome Mercury retrograde season. Stay strong. You've got this. and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. So we have this lovely labradorite. Such a lovely piece. Labradorite is great for opening up the third eye and the throat chakra. Let's see what we have for you today, pile number 3. 4 of Swords in reverse. 5 of Cups in reverse. Wow, lots of... Okay, 2 of Cups. Lovers. Oh my gosh, another. I feel like this is another relationship reading. Let's see. Ace of Swords. So what I'm getting from this is that this is also another long-standing relationship, just like pile number 2. This one feels more of like a balanced and happy one with this Lover's card here and with this 2 of Cups. I feel like Mercury retrograde might definitely bring up a few things for you. I think that this pile is trying to rekindle the beginning of their relationship with this 5 of Cups. They might be, this pile with this 5 of Cups energy also might be thinking that even though this relationship is great, maybe I want to see what else is out there, because with the 5 of Cups energy, it's definitely a lot about, you have these amazing things in front of you, but you're sort of kind of brooding over the things that could be wrong in the relationship. So I'm definitely getting very much a grass is greener on the other side of the fence vibe. But with Mercury retro coming in, definitely ask yourself, but is it though? Is it really greener on the other side? And so what I'm getting from this 4 of Swords in reverse is that you have had, perhaps some of you have had a very stressful time. Maybe you're had an illness and this stressed the relationship out. I'm getting that a lot of you might have been a physical illness. It might have been an emotional thing like depression or bipolarism, and whatever this is affected one or more partners and definitely put a strain on the relationship. And yeah, I really feel that this and so now one or both parties is wondering, can I deal with this? Is this something I want to deal with? And while we're not trying to tell you what to do, this Ace of Swords is great because there are definitely tools that you can use in order to sort of get out of this. You can go to couples therapy, you can do self-help books, you can do retreats, you can think of ways and ideas to rekindle the relationship to help heal it from the trauma that it's been through. And again, this is for different reasons, but same thing I recommend to pile number 2, recommend to you is don't jump the gun before Mercury retrograde and make any final decisions. Some of you definitely might be considering sort of, I'm getting this vibe, but some of you might be considering stepping out and maybe not being true to the relationship. Or maybe somebody else has caught your eye through all this turmoil, and you might be considering going with the new person. And again, I want to honor all types of relationships. So if this is a poly or non-monogamous relationship,
It might be tempting to like try and not solve the problems in the existing relationship and tack on a new relationship in order to like make yourself feel better. But that's not really helping this relationship, which I feel for many might be like a core relationship. If this is some of you might be polyamorous, non-monogamous, in a relationship with polyamory, non-monogamy. Behind every desire is my desire to feel good. So yes, acknowledging that right there, acknowledging that you do want to feel good, acknowledging that this is both, like both of you want to feel good. It's not just you, right? Both sides. And what can we do in order to facilitate that? I think is a healthy way to look at this, and not so much blaming, but what are the needs that both sides of this partnership want? That it says there is no desire that anyone holds for any other reason than that they believe they will feel better in the achievement of it. Whether it's in a material object, a physical state of being, a relationship, a condition, or a circumstance, at the heart of every desire is the desire to feel good. So ask yourself, does this relationship still make you feel good? And if not, why? And if yes, why is that? And how can I invest in more of that? And if not, what can I do to ensure that I have things within this relationship to make me feel good? At the end of the day, you might still decide that it's not for you. But again, and there's so much purple in this. Some of you really need to, I'm getting vibes of get guidance from the spiritual team in your life. That could be the universe for some. But for some of you, you definitely might have deities and or a deity that you go to, and or guides or spirit guides and angels that you go to and ask them for advice on this subject. That's what I'm getting as well. Surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm. Don't contribute to the drama. Stay centered. Will help resolve the situation more quickly. Yeah, if some of this could be resentment too. Like maybe the other partner did have like a legitimate issue that they had to go through, and for whatever reason, there's resentment there. And so, there's what this is saying, I think, is during Mercury retrograde, don't become like petty. Like, don't try to release resentment and get to the real core issues, and try to stay calm. Because, if this is already an emotionally charged situation, you don't want to necessarily make it any worse. Mercury retro has a tendency to do that. So just remember to stay grounded and calm. And with this labradorite crystal, I definitely get like getting in touch with your higher self, getting in touch with like spirit guides that can aid and help you, and definitely with your higher self and using your intuition. With this card, it says awaken. I don't know what to do is a trigger statement. This is ylang ylang, and these are essential oils you can definitely use, right? Ylang ylang is also an essential oil that vibrates with the heart chakra, and definitely getting that vibe here. It says the true statement is every moment is a new opportunity. Take time today to engage your senses and create. The tension that has been dividing your head and heart is leaving. Yeah. I think you want to also, and this is green as well, getting like heart chakra, connecting to your heart and finding out what it is do I really want. Awakening those desires within yourself, engaging your senses and creating what it is that I really want. Try and focus not on what you don't want, but what you do want. And that might help you as well. Of course, regardless of whether this relationship is meant to last, is totally up to you. But I think that reframing and focusing on what you want and what you desire will help you gain clarity going forward. And that'll help you sort of ultimately decide, is this a good place for me to be? Is this helping me? Is this helping me grow? And then if that is the case, then you can sort of work on healing that. And if that is not the case, you can sort of work on sort of surrendering this relationship from a place of love and peace, and not of one that to create drama. Because I really do feel like that in this relationship, there's still a lot of love, connection, and care. And yeah, I definitely feel the energy that this is a very salvageable situation, but there's just, we're going to require some work and reframing. And of course, that all depends on what you want inside of your life, pile number 3. So that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Again, as always, please like, subscribe, and you can drop a heart below. For you guys, you can either drop a purple heart or a green heart. And you can also drop a Mercury retro or a Mercury zodiac emoji. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your Mercury retrograde. Stay loved, stay blessed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.